Good morning, guys. Jared Weggeland here from Focus Group Florida, Keller Williams Realty. Focus Homes, your local custom home builder, and Focus Remodels when you love where you live and you want to make it better. All right, it is Tuesday. That means it's real estate roundup, and the news of the week is sales are up. That's what we anticipated last week because of Hurricane Ian. Everything was sort of, but the sales, you'll see a V shape on the graph. They bounced right back, which is what we anticipated because we still have a massive shortage in housing, and there's lots of people who need somewhere to live. So let's get into it. Also, the second part of this week's headline is that the new pending sales and new listings were about equal. So in fact, for Polk County, 102% of the new pendings were replaced by new listings, and in Lakeland specific, 106% of the new pendings were replaced by listings. So slightly more listings than new pendings. That's adding to the market, but I'm talking a handful of homes, so don't get too excited, but it's still good news. All right, if we look at the graph, it's all over the place for pending versus new listing. For example, in 33815, we had no new listings. 33812, 16% replenishment. So only 16% of the new pendings were had new listings to replace them, and in 3303 we had only 50%. So in those areas, it's way, way down. Now, the flip side of the coin, to bring the average to about 100, means that we've got 6 zip codes over 100%. One of them is about almost 160%, and 331 there were 200%. There were twice as many new listings as pendings taken off the market. So not totally negative, not totally positive, but for this week we have as many homes taken off the market as put back on, which means the inventory isn't shrinking, which is what we need, which is great. All right, in the last 7 days, here's what's happened. We've had in Lakeland, the average home closed was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,709 square feet. The average list price per square foot was $195.60. The average sold was $190.10. Average list price $331,577, with the average close price $321,614. That makes the average sold versus list price 97%, and the days on the market went down to 26 days. If you remember last week, we had a little bit of a spike, and that actually went down, which is good news. The average price year over year had an 8% increase for this specific week. So this same week last year, the average closed price was 8.23% more than before. And also, I've started to keep track on a 12-week moving average price as well, just so we can see the curve. And it does show, as we anticipated, that existing home prices, they are still up, but they are not as much as they were. So I think everybody, we've been talking about that, so it isn't new to anybody. Last week, remember, we said days on the market was at 35, this week 26. Again, I really think that had to do with last week we had all those homes temporarily off the market. Now, if you remember, last week we had, we'll come to that, but we're going to cover that about the homes off the market. Okay, new pending sales mentioned they had a good bounce back. So last week we had only 186 in the county, and we had 100 more. We had 286 for the county, and in Lakeland we only had 48 for the week, and we had 67 this week. So not as big as a jump for Lakeland itself, but you can see a V shape on there. It just had that funky week with the hurricane that screwed everybody up. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. There was 143 homes temporarily off the market. And when we go down to where we see our listings, we can't see that huge bump back. So that probably, anecdotally, probably means that some of those were damaged and are not on the market. Also, it may have to do with this week's cancellation. We had 22 listings canceled. That may be due to damage, maybe something else. We only had 3 withdrawn and 6 expired, so those numbers are still very low. Going back to our latest figures, we're only the beginning of October, so our latest numbers from the Association of Realtors is August for our supply. And if you recall, we need 180 days of supply. As of the last report, we only had 57. That means we only have 31% of the needed homes for the buyers that need somewhere to live. That means we have a 69% shortage. Still the case, is what it is. It's still a seller's market. All right, we're doing great on our donate goal. Our goal for the year was $60,000 back to local, to the community, and we're at 44,206. So thank you very much to everyone who we have been able to serve this year. All the professional fees we collect, we pass some of those on to the local community, which we really enjoy doing because we love Lakeland. All right, active listings. Again, this is what I was saying. If all those listings were taken off the market temporarily, so we had a slight bump in listings this week from last week. 3140 for the county last week, 3200 this week. For Lakeland, 626, and this week 643. Price drops still have a little. We're not to where the pace we were, meaning a few weeks ago we had 461 listings drop price, and it went down way down last week, and this week we're at 451. So we're almost back, and in Polk County we're at 1,000 plus. That's still where we are. Okay, so thank you to everybody that came out to First Friday last week. It was absolutely fantastic. We had an absolutely massive, huge turnout. Thank you very much. We always bring lots and lots of fun goodies for our prize wheel and all that stuff. We gave out absolutely everything but a few calendars. That's never happened, so we know that it was a ton of people. It was the Cookie Carnival, so it was a fun event, so we really appreciate you for that. Let's see, coming up this week, I'm trying to look at the calendar, see if we have anything to share with you guys. Let's see, we do have the food truck rally on Thursday at Munn Park, so that's always fun, and that's what I look like. We have, and we've got, I don't know who's invited to this, but there's the soft opening of Bonnet Springs this weekend, so I don't know if that's invite only or not. All right, back to the real estate. You probably don't know anybody right now that needs something, but if you do, please look down in the comments. We've put links down there for the new home deals that are going on. If you want to learn about upgrading your offer to cash, if you're getting beaten by cash offers, if you need to sell your house, get a nice house value report, ask about the Focus Home Swap where you can buy first, sell last. Cash offers, if you just want to cash offer for your property, we have investors who do that. We've got the links for the various price drops. You can see which listings are dropping their price. You can look at the search apps. You can see what's going on. It's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of stuff in there. So if you know anybody, give us a ring, share information, refer them to us. That would be absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, that's it for now. Have a great week. I hope that everybody's recovering from the storm. I know that we had a great weekend helping out in Cape Coral. Lakeland, it was spared dramatically compared to the coast. But I just hope you're all doing well. All right, take care for now. See you soon. Bye, all. Bye.